Age of Heroes has added in some certain new champions that we can farm for, and the new ability to kill jailers in the exiled lands and get ourselves up some cagey thralls. Execution. Oh, that was extra sparkly. They will be wearing the type of armor that you would expect the thralls in the area to be wearing, but as you can see, they're quite large and they're usually pretty close. And the cage was empty, so there is actually strats of going around and farming keys in lower level areas because the guys you get out of the cages are kind of determined by that area, it would seem too. But today's episode, we're going to go around and see where we can't get some of those cages. We're here at Howling Plateau. You can also find a bearer here, which you can get some resources off, or tame for a bearer if it's a named one, I suppose. It's not going to be as good as a better level area, but now this is filmed on the public test beta, so some of these locations are likely to change, hopefully not too dramatically. Oh, we're over here at the Cursed Way. Our jailers, they're looking all large. That was unpleasant. This cage is not empty, so we'll see who we get from them. Oh, we actually got a named dude, and I highly advise actually killing the dudes around here first, so your guy has a chance of living. He might live. August Stand has our next jailer. Last time I got a smelter. This time, let's see what we get. And an exile. So it can be very hit and miss, and as you can see, we can no longer get Sorcerer Skulls. Just underneath Mechamosis' spire, we have Sharp Tooth Passage. We have a gauge, and our jailer sitting right next to it. Who did we get? Armor 3. At bare minimum, we'd at least get a Sumerian Battle Axe off him. So it does look like we actually do have a chance to get some better dudes in some lower level areas, but I'll have to do a bit more testing on that. We have none at Almariah or Mechamosis' Spire. Black Galleon pirate ship does have 2. It's kind of nice. We've got one up here. There's our jailer right next door. A little bit tougher to kill around here, and our cage is empty. We also have another one just through here. Yeah. Again, the jailer right next to it, and also empty. I did say this in my little first look video, but I honestly expected to see more at the pirate places because of the fact that they are pirates, and that kind of frozen side a little bit, but a squat will yield us another jailer and cage. The vast majority of them are at just little camps that you can pick off quite easily because they'll have only a couple of guys defending. A little box here that you can get some goodies out of. This cage actually has someone. There's a fighter usually here too. You have a Tanner. Pretty decent HP. They literally just went back in the cage. Lookout Point is one of our next stops. We have this cage here and our jailer sitting by the fire. Excuse you, die. Last time I got an exile. Who do I get this time? Oh, a barkeeper. That is kind of nice that you can get them now through these cages rather than having to do the whole last purge nonsense. At the Death Whisper Ruins camp, we're going to find another one. Currently empty, but a good time to farm the key. Oh, give me my stuff, dang it. It's quite a good spot to come farm dudes too, because these guys can be pretty much anything, which is dope. A few little dudes there. Down by the river, not too far away. We have Bonebreaker's Bend. Another little cage. Much easier to kill this guy. Last time I got a barkeeper from here, but this time an exile. Yay. Narrow Neck Span. Also a great place to come get some sorcerers. Not that that's as important anymore that they're taking that away. Last time I got an exile. This time I get Calamus the Commander, a cook. Nice. Look at him putting in work. It is a bit annoying that you have to now guard your cook's home, but at least you can revive them 3 times. And that is here. Right behind the giant swamp of purple lotus at the Eastern Barracks, we will find Sculper's Squat or something? Sculper's Shelter. Or Pirates. Oh, we got an answer. Hey, dang near almost forgot Deck Swap's Retreat. Our jailer can be found right here. A bunch of the loot boxes are messed up at the moment and they don't seem to have loot in them, but our cage is empty. There's actually not a huge amount of camps throughout the jungle, but there are a couple, and we're here at Taylor's Birth. A couple of sorceries to be found, although, yeah, no, they're both still sorcerers. This is now our jailer. Oop. And our cage is empty. Over in Flotsam, we really only have one jailer. I haven't yet to find any extra jailers without cages or any new places that they've added in or anything like that. Our cage is just up here a little bit. Gonna avoid a potential drunkard or the cook, depending on who's here. What do we get? Oh, Yoga High Priest, so that's a possibility. They're even wearing Yog clothes. They don't stand a chance. This boss is just like, for no reason, just super OP. Heading away from the jungle again, we're up at the Pocket. Very underrated little camp. Can get some different named thralls here depending. We've got a semi-boss guy that you can get demon blood and such off. Apparently they're killing the cook. And we have a sorcerer just here. Apparently he's named. On a page. We'll find the jailer right next to the fireplace. And he gave us... Oh, we've got a taskmaster. How nice. Rapper's cabin, a vital place to come and get recipes. Also has a little food box here and this one here, which is great when you can't do any farming. You happen to be doing a particular playthrough. And our cage is here. I'm assuming our jailer is this guy? Yes. I didn't even look to see who I got. Oh, that's so random. We got a pirate captain. It's me named guy. We dropped some nice stuff. Before we head too far north, we want to head to the den. Right up the back where you load belly dance, we can find another jailer and another cage. And another barkeeper. And bone picker's camp. Again, not that many camps in the area. Got an empty cage and our jailer apparently has not spawned in, but I'm assuming that's a me issue, so I'll wait a second. There we are. Jailer's right next door. Kill him. Slightly more HP being one of those dogs of the desert. Back up north, we have Desert Watch. Our cage is here. It is empty. We do have a bearer and a blacksmith. Can be in anything. And the jailer's over here. Surprisingly, not that high HP as I was expecting, which is kind of crazy. And up at Leon's Watch. Find our cage here, which has currently got someone in it. We'll also find cooking recipe here, which will give us good taming foods with the mushrooms. Our jailer is here. Sometimes you can find some loot here too. And of course, Leon, usually over there. And we got a blacksmith. Seems like pretty high level, so I was right. The higher level the area, the better their HP and all that is going to be. We have a couple in New Asgard. Heading straight in here. Up on the cliff, we have one cage. No jailer right next to it, although he could be inside. This looks like it's a bit of a hunt for the jailer. Just up over here, we're going to find another one, and jailer's actually going to be in the vicinity. So the other guy is around. Another barkeeper. Let's open this cage and see what we don't get. Oh, Mitra Archpriest. We're at the ward towers and quite specifically the ghost tower. Pretty easy to pick off these guys. For some reason the Sumerians have really low health at the moment, but Nordheimers rather. I'm sure that will change. Entertained by the looks of it. Oh, come back here. He's not too great. And so far I've only found a single cage over at Mounds of the Dead. We're over here where we have the bearer and the taskmaster and stuff, although it seems like the taskmaster might not be a guy anymore. The bearer's still here. Nice. Weird stuff's going on with some of these guys' health, not gonna lie. That makes a lot more sense, and that's what I thought more the Nordheimers would be about. See what we won't get. Take out these guys too. So a fella doesn't insta-die. And another barkeeper. We've got all the barkeepers. I don't think you can really tell what they are going to be before you open the cage, so it is a bit of a gamble. Stargrazer's Crest now has one, but it does mean that we are not going to be able to find ourselves a Delincia or a Sumerian Berserker up here, and we can't knock these guys out. They don't even have a pretend knockout bar. That's interesting. Even if I was to get one of my dodgily created knockout hammers from a time when that was a thing, I wouldn't even be able to knock them out. Couple of good named cooks. There's a better chance of winning. He won! No? Not yet? Yeah, he won. I'm sure I've no doubt missed some along the way and that they may change, like I said. Let me know in the comments if there are any that you know about that I did specifically miss. It's always good to hear y'all's feedback. And this does seem heavily targeted towards noobs. There's not a whole lot in higher level areas. Yeah, it's probably less worth it for more experienced players or bigger clans, but it's definitely an option to get things up. And now only really needing one thrall for a multitude of benches, it's pretty good. And you're going to have to instantly kill these guys if you don't like them, otherwise they'll be taking up spots in your followers. If you did like this video, smash that like button, consider subscribing if you're not already, it means a bunch, and until next time, I hope you have an excellent day, evening, night, night, morning, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Have a good one.